Alright, ignore how messy this is. Just kind of slapping some color on there so I can continue stamping. I think they're, for the most part, probably dry enough that I can stamp on them if I'm not too rough. I wanted to try this little area right here since it had such fine lines, but with the big dots, they're not huge, but okay, that came out super clean too. So far everything seems to be coming out very clean without any major smudge lines or anything. I like this one a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Since my nails are smaller, I'm going to go for this area right here that's kind of more concentrated, and I'm going to use a little bit of both lines of the pattern. Could kind of create a fun little French manicure if you were better at lining things up than I am. I'm not super good at it. Watch, I get it this time just because it doesn't matter. I got a mess all over my nails, but that came out pretty cute. I somehow ended up with a crooked line there. I think that was my stamping issue though, not anything to do with the plate. Yeah, it's not crooked at all on the plate. And this one's the same idea, just kind of closer together. Let's see what the flowers and butterflies do here. Those little bitty butterflies are so cute. I did not clean my, come on, focus. There we go. I did not clean my little sponge thing very well, the stamper very well, so it kind of caused a problem up there, but man, those little bitty butterflies are cute. That would be so cute to do for spring, just on the yellow. Or just do all bright colors with white over it. Go ahead and do a little bit of that on my pinky. Came out nice. I've got enough plates left. I think I'm gonna have to paint my hand one more time. Oh, I skipped my middle finger. Let's see. Kind of go right here so we can get 3 different images, maybe. If my nail is long enough. I'm in the middle of unpacking, so my nails keep breaking and are extremely short. I just love this little design. I think that is the cutest ever. It could really work well for winter. I don't know what I want to use from this one. Since it's my thumb, I can get away with a little bit more. We'll kind of pull from a few sections there. I guess using the clean thumb would be nice, right? So far, I think these are really nice quality. The backing on it is smooth. Sometimes you get these with the backing and you still have sharp edges that can cut you. I don't have any sharp edges at all coming at me with this one, so that is very, very nice. That's cute. I know I keep on saying that. That's cute, but it is cute. I'm starting to get to the point. I've got a few stamps that I only have 3 nails left. I don't really want to use all of these because they seem to be kind of almost repetitive. I did say I wanted to do this one because of those little bitty spirals. And we'll try that one, and then we'll try this one too. There are only a few stamps left that I just don't, maybe I'll do them. We'll see if I can just paint a couple of nails and get them done. So let's do the spirals on my purple nail. Actually, we're going to do the spirals on my pinky because they're small, and all I really want to test is if the spiral works. And they did come out really crisp and clear. That's wonderful. If you can hear me smacking my gum, I'm sorry. Note to self, do not chew gum while you're trying to shoot a video. It's a cute design. I may have scraped a little hard. There's a little spot right there that didn't come out, but most likely that's just me scraping too hard. Okay, and this is really pretty too. I don't know where I want to pull from. I guess right there. I don't know, I really love that flower. I'm just gonna stamp the flower. It's so pretty. Okay, let's see how many. Okay, I didn't want to paint my nails again. I was actually trying to get some of the polish off. So I'm going to just kind of show you the lazy way using some of my clippies that I use for samples. I can always just clean the polish off and start over with them later. So for these I'm just going to use the Conad. Actually, why don't we see if a non-Conad works? I'm going to go ahead and use the Insta-Dry in Peachy Breeze. Sally Hansen Insta-Dry seem to work really well for me. There's a few that are a little bit too translucent for stamping, but most of them tend to be pretty darn opaque. Okay, it's kind of hard to see on there, but you can a little bit. That, even the little bitty, let's see if we can get it to focus on there. The little bitty lines on the strings of the guitar showed up, so that's awesome. Let's try and get a little more light, maybe. There we go. So that stamped really, really well. Alright, let's use this wavy design over here. The dots came out nice, even the little zigzag dots came out a lot of times I have issues with designs that do a fine line and a blob and a fine line and a dot, and that one seemed to work quite well. Alright, let's try and get some of this bird on there. I do like that little bit of a flower at the base of the design. I don't know if you can see it right there. I'm actually a little worried about this heart. I don't know if you can see this, but at the top of the heart right here, there is almost a weird swirl. So I'm going to just take a little bit of that and no, I'll do it in a second. We'll stamp this, scrape this way so it scrapes over that. Wait, the bird didn't scrape well. I waited too long. Shouldn't sit there and talk after I put the polish on. Okay, let's try this one again. I'll just try that heart in a second. I can do it on a corner of one of the nails I already used. Ooh, I think maybe I'm pressing too hard. It's taking out a chunk of the... No, it still keeps on taking out a chunk of the bird right here. Try from a different angle. There we go, different angle, super, super light. It seems to work. It's still a little bit thin there. I think if you're stamping over a super dark polish, it might cause a problem. You can actually see it on camera where it's, maybe you can't, where it's a little bit thin. Okay, let me try that corner of the heart that I'm worried about. A lot of these seem to be cut super, super thick, and for most of them that works well, but I think that might be the problem, is it's so deep in there, and that's why that one spot of the bird doesn't work. You can actually see where the design's a little funky on there. And again, I was talking. Yeah, the swirl looks like it does come out onto the stamp a little bit. It may not be clear on camera, but in person I can see a little bit of a swirl. It's hardly noticeable. If you're real worried about it, then it's a problem, but if you aren't that worried and don't have somebody getting like that close to your nails to look at them, I think it's okay. And this one's the girl stamp. Let's see. Maybe get a little bit of her face on the nail. I think I missed a little bit of her nose. That might have been because I was taking too long before I stamped. But for the most part, it still came out okay. Let's try this again. The nose may be just fine enough to where it doesn't stamp. Go really lightly from the other direction. Okay. Okay, it looks like it came out on there this time. That's kind of cool. Just those little bitty dots is what they do for her nose, but seems to have stamped fairly well. And the last stamp is this rose one. And again, the rose is too big to really get the whole thing on your nail, but you can kind of do a cool design where it's just the rose as sections of it on your nail. I scraped too hard. Sometimes I don't know why, I feel like I have to push down super hard to get this to work, and so, the lightest little touch, even though there looks like there's a little bit of residue left, seems to not pick up, and it stamps just fine. So yeah, that looked like it had a ton of residue left on it, and it's a really pretty nice clear rose. Alright, so that was all the plates. I think I skipped one, but that's because pretty much it was the words, and it was pretty much like the one that I had done before. So I hope you enjoyed this. I think that the plates work really well. I'm actually happier with them now that I've had a chance to play with them and see what the designs look like on a nail. Sometimes it's hard for me to compute going from such a big image down to a little bitty nail.